Okay, Fowler's Facts time. We bring in our statistician, Clinton Fowler, and we know what we want to talk about. Jett versus Chase, and what a chase it was there in the first moto. So I want to know speed, all out, who was going quick, who wasn't, who turned it up. What does the data show, Clinton?
These guys are definitely head and shoulders above the rest. Jett Lawrence and Chase Sexton are definitely incredible this past weekend. 2 to 3 seconds faster in qualifying and amazing. They set 45 of the 50 fastest laps of the entire day. So just mind-boggling how fast those guys are. But I think the real interesting thing is to see the cat and mouse game they were playing in the motos. So in the first moto, you've got Jett Lawrence goes out, sets the fastest lap time. But it's Chase Sexton who sets the fastest lap times from laps, the second fastest to the seventh fastest. And then obviously a mistake, but it looked like he had form from last year. What did you see out there, JT?
Yeah, the speed is back. And he mentioned that he was able to find that intensity that he's been looking for on the back of 2022. A lot of positive signs there for Chase, and he wasn't able to finish it. He didn't eventually get the job done. But I think for him, it's a positive sign that he can get back to that place and push on the level that he felt like he could push last year. And for Jett, he's still won. I think he has to just kind of give Chase a pat on the shoulder and say, hey, man, you were riding really, really well. Because, they were 45 seconds ahead of third place, and they both have to respect that effort.
Okay, so Moto 2, it's like, oh, Sexton fell on the first lap of Moto 1. What if he had a start for Moto 2? Well, he got it. He was running the paddle sand tire where Jett had moved away from that. That's better for starts. Allowed him to get the whole shot, get the lead. Then a mistake. Jett gets around him. And then another mistake, and that ends. What did the data show you in Moto 2, Clinton?
Yeah, in Moto 2, this is where I think Jett made a statement. He saw what happened in the first Moto where Chase caught him. Jett felt the pressure a little bit in that first moto. He came back out in that second moto and made a statement that said, hey, I'm still here. I still got the speed to win this in a very consistent way and keep my undefeated streak going. So it looked like the lap times Jett was making a statement in that second moto.
But JT, you make this point all the time, especially when you throw Jett Lawrence in the mix. You really don't know where anyone stands because you don't know what he's actually outputting on the racetrack.
Yeah, I think we were set up nicely to really get some answers to that question in the second moto until Chase made the first mistake and then the second mistake trying to follow Jett there. So that question will inevitably be answered. We're going to see where Jett's limit is. Chase tried to explore it a bit this weekend, probably the most he's been tested outside of Ken Roczen at High Point and maybe the second moto at Fox Raceway. But yeah, it's still one of those things where I certainly don't know where it is. And to be completely honest, Jett may not know. When he really has to wind this thing up, he may not know where that limit is of what that lap time can truly look like.
It could be like outer space if he ever had to turn it up to the highest possible level. He might break the gravitational pull or something like that because we haven't seen it yet. Okay, here's the real problem here. Sexton has the speed back. But Clinton, we saw something we've seen from Sexton on a lot of races where he's fast. He crashed too much.
Yeah. Mistakes, Weege. In Supercross, we saw 7 rounds where he had mistakes. We've now seen 1 round here of the 4. He's made mistakes in 8 of 21 races between Supercross and Motocross this year. That's 40% of the races that he's lining up against. He's simply not going to win. He's not going to win races starting from behind or making those mistakes. So I think he's going to need to clean those up to challenge Jett.
Yeah, that's a bummer. It's probably going to affect this. That's the thing. Going into Washougal, it's a very good track for him. Not so good for Jett, but tip over could flip that. Yeah, a lot of the upcoming tracks definitely are going to be good for other riders. We've even heard the rumor that Ken Roczen might return for Unadilla. He's great at that track, as is Chase. Chase said all the remaining tracks are great for him. So there are going to be some challenges for Jett Lawrence starting at Washougal. Now, Clinton, you just came off of ACL surgery from riding your dirt bike, but you're going to come back anyway. Washougal in person. Got any predictions?
I'm looking forward to being at Washougal. Definitely a home. I only 3-hour drive to get down there. So looking forward to seeing you guys there. And I do have a prediction. I'm gonna put it out there. I think the streak ends this weekend. I think the Chase. I know I'm going out on a limb here, guys, but I think after last weekend, Chase was on it. His form was back, and I think Washougal's just a track where he's had great success. So I think this is the weekend to end it.
All right, this is going to be awesome. If they're close, that crowd is going to be losing their minds with so much that's on the line right now. I know it's only about the title, allegedly, for Jett Lawrence, and I'm sure that is the big goal, but everybody's looking at that 0 losses in the column. It'll be fun. See you there, Clinton.
See you guys there.
We're going to wrap this show up, but also tell you how to watch us, along with James Stewart. We'll be back in the booth at Washougal. All times are Eastern, you see here. We'll have 1 o'clock qualifying coverage. That's Race Day Live, presented by Motorsport.com. And the motos will start at 4 o'clock. You're watching on Peacock or the Super Motocross Video Pass outside of the U.S. But we'll have an encore presentation of racing on USA on Sunday at noon.
Hi, folks. Lee Diffie from NBC Sports here. If you truly enjoyed what you just watched, you can get more news, interviews, and highlights by subscribing to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube page. You can get it all, so go for it.